What's going on, YouTubers? For ladies and gentlemen, it's the Natural Born Thriller. Please excuse me as I am drunk. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah, I'm drunk. But welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from August 11th, 2021, where this will be about AEW Dynamite. We're just giving you the results. That was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or in this case, Brittsburg, Pennsylvania, which is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, at the Peterson's Events Center. I meant to say. Your commentators were Excalibur, Good J.R. Jim Ross, and Tony Schiavone. So, with that being said, let's get right into how the show's open up. Now, I may have missed this, but the opening show a Bobby Eaton tribute image opened up the show of Dynamite. For those who don't know, beautiful Bobby Eaton, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time and one of the greatest tag teams of the Midnight Express of all time, has unfortunately passed away, and it's heartbreaking. I remember watching him back in the days of WCW when he was the Blue Blood Robert Earl Eaton, with Lord Steven Regal, who you may now know as William Regal in NXT as the NXT general manager. But yeah, I remember watching him in WCW. I love his work. I love how he wrestled. I love everything about Bobby Eaton. It sucks that he unfortunately passed away the way he passed away. After losing his wife. And then all of a sudden he ends up passing away after having a bad fall, and he has to be in the hospital or whatever. It's heartbreaking, very heartbreaking to hear about his passing. And what got me choked up the most about his passing was Jim Cornette, who obviously knew him during those times and managed him during those times. Who was a big friend of a friend and a family of Bobby Eaton. And hearing Jim Cornette I'll talk about Bobby Eaton pertains to doing that podcast all about Bobby Eaton and telling stories and everything about Bobby Eaton, and talk about everything that has happened recently of his final days. It was very emotional and was very heartbreaking to hear Jim Cornette, I know that. So but it was a great tribute that Jim Cornette did for his late friend Bobby Eaton, who is again one of the greatest wrestlers that's ever known back in the 80s and 90s, and whatever it pertains to the 2000s, where it pertains to whatever it was he got left in the tank there. But so yeah, so rest in peace to Bobby Eaton. He'll never be forgotten. So he is indeed a legend in the wrestling business. So we get to MJF backstage Connor promo. We have Warlord on beside him. It's about the whole, laboring of Jericho. This is number 4. Jericho's got to deal with pertains to Mr. Mayhem himself, Warlord. MJF says that Jericho cannot live with the fact that he cannot beat MJF, and says that it has made for some great television of seeing Jericho to get his ass kicked every week. MJF says that it's going to be beautiful to see Chris Jericho, I should say, to come close, so close to finally getting his rematch, only for Warlord to stop him at the finish line. And then Warlord says some remarks about the whole thing. And then MJF says, "Oh yeah, because didn't you lose to Cody Rhodes? It's not that in the steel cage, whatever." His first, I can't remember how I said it, but then. And at the same time, MJF was eating an apple and everything, and then he gives the apple to Warlord and says, "Get the job done tonight." And then Warlord starts squishing the apple, basically to give him some anger, to put his all anger onto Chris Jericho for that match. Now I don't know if that means that it's going to be leading to a tease that MJF and Warlord's going to break up, because of what happened there. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but to me it didn't see that way on the way it was done. But some people it probably did, but nothing but to say about that. So let me get the opening match. The Elite sucks. Yeah, Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, the Young Bucks, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, being accompanied by Michael Nakazawa, Brandon Cutler, and Don Callis. Now, I don't remember if Don Callis was on commentary during that one. Yeah, I really don't care. But yet the Elite versus the Sato brothers of Matt and Mike teamed up with Dante Martin, and the match itself was a fun match, despite the Elite, especially the Young Bucks in the match. Dante Martin was a shining star in this match. He was a star in this match, and he was more popular in this match. He got everyone in the palm of his hands of everything he did in this match. He looked good, looked great, and obviously in the end didn't matter because he lost for the team. I thought that was stupid. I mean, you have him in the palm of the AEW fans in Pittsburgh. The least you could have done is to protect him by having him be tagged out, by giving him either Matt Sydal or Mike Sydal the loss here. But instead, you get Dante Martin the loss here after gaining all that momentum from the audience. Ridiculous. But that was that. Still a fun match though. But not much to say about that. Tony Schiavone attempts to interview the Elite, but Don Callis takes the microphone away from him, and basically, healing up on the crowds. Also, Christian Cage comes up and interrupt. Don Callis will not stop talking until finally Christian Cage starts talking and basically says something about how he's a. Well, first, Don Callis said that Christian Cage is a Stanford stooge, because back when he was in WWE, Christian Cage. It reminds him that he's outnumbered. Also, Jurassic Express comes out, and they go to commercial break. Picture in picture. Ridiculous. So Don Callis says that they knew why Christian Cage is here. As he's talking, we get massive CM Punk chants. Yeah, I know what's up with that. He says that basically Don Callis knows that, by the way, and says that Kenny Omega is going to give Christian Cage a 5-star match he always wanted, even though which is I don't get that part at all, because Christian Cage always delivers 5-star matches in his prime, so I don't understand that at all from his part. But he says that he always, but he says that he needs to go backstage and wait his turn. And Christian Cage says, "Are you done? You piece of carny piece of shit." And says that he noticed that Kenny Omega has more than one championship, and says that Kenny Omega will be defending one of those titles against Christian Cage at Rampage, and it's going to be for the Impact World Championship, and we'll get to when we get to it. So that was in that on that whole thing where Christian Cage saying had to say, but then Jungle Boy stopped and said, "Oh wait, I forgot to mention." But basically, Jungle Boy cut his promo saying that he almost forgot. Said that he and Luchasaurus will be facing the Young Bucks on Dynamite, the next Dynamite show, for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and I'll get to that when I get to it as well. And you got the elite losing their minds and everything, and blah blah blah, and nothing to say about that. So it was whatever. Malachi Black says, and by the way, Malachi Black was in some type of room, and he says that he did everything he said he will take care of Rose, and then he also holds up Cody Rhodes' boots, boots, I should say boot, not just one boot, and said that Cody Rhodes has one foot in the grave, and let him know when he wants to put the other one in it. And he starts talking to somebody else, now that he got Cody Rhodes out of the way, now he wants someone to step up. Basically, he wants someone to come knock on his door and pick a fight with Malachi Black. Basically pick a fight. Fight me. He's basically daring anyone from AEW to fight me. That whole thing. But he didn't say that, by the way. But since to knock on his door and pick a fight with him. But it's basically why my memories of it was since the whole thing with him being in the room from the WWE. And after that was over, also they promote on air Cody Rhodes' reality series with Brandy Rose on TNT that no one's gonna watch anyways. So whatever. the Redeemer, God's favorite champion, the Bulgarian Beast, Miro, the TNT champion, cuts a promo about his dominance from returns to Lee Johnson, and he's looking forward to taking care of Fuego del Sol, where not only he wants a shot of the TNT title on Rampage, but also he wants a to get the opportunity to become an AEW member by winning a match to get a contract for AEW. So there you go. And we'll get to when we get to the Rampage portion of that review. Daniel, should say, but same thing, whatever. Daniel Garcia with 2.0 at ringside, going up against Darby Allin with Sting at ringside, and Daniel should say Garcia against Darby Allin. It was a good match. Obviously, in the end, it was Darby Allin getting the win. So it was a long match though, but it was very good, a very good match between Daniel Garcia and Darby Allin. And you also had Sting and 2.0, having at it a little bit, to a point where after the match was over, after Darby Allin got the win, 2.0 got attacked by Sting and Darby Allin, but most likely by Sting. Sting gets a suplex to one of them, and that was it. That was basically it for that. So that 2.0, the guy name is Matt. I can't remember his last name, but the other guy's name is Jeff Parker, maybe. No, it's not Jeff. It's something else. I can't remember. I can't remember. In fact, I don't think their names even says here. No, it doesn't say here. But I digress. Oh, I forgot. I'm all out of Saint Delight. Just a little bit of it though. But anyways, they'll also get to Death Triangle. Discusses what Andrade has been doing. Everything says that they are tired of it, and Penta says that he wants the first shot at Andrade, and then Pac tells them that let him worry about Andrade because they need to worry about becoming the AEW World Tag Team Champions, and says that they deserve to go, and Pac says that they don't know Andrade and they don't like him and they don't know why he's obsessed with them, and it must be stopped. Basically says that Andrade has a problem with them, and what he was saying and he can come to do something about it, and anything anytime, any place, remember what's gonna happen between Pac and Andrade El Idolo. So there you go. Good promo there from Death Triangle. And I think there'll be an interview by Alex Marvez. I think that's where they'll be interviewed by. You get a 6-man tag match. You have the Hardy family office of Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, and Mark Quinn being accompanied by the Blade, the Hybrid 2, which is Hanago and Jack Evans, and the Bunny versus best friends of Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Wheeler Yuta, who's being who they're being accompanied by Chris Stanlander. Match happens. I don't really care about the match that much, folks. Especially what happened with Chris Stanlander, where she got in the face of Allie, the Bunny Allie, which I want to say. And out of nowhere, now Rose attacks her. And I said, so what was the point of that? And on top of that, the referee saw the assault that Jack Evans did to whoever was back outside. I think it was Orange Cassidy. And I said, so why didn't he call for the bell? Like, that could have been at this point. I didn't care about the match at that point now. But in the end, it was the Hardy family office. Matt Hardy gained the win over on Yuta with the twist of fate. So there you go. Yeah, the match was terrible. The booking of the match was terrible too. And the book, and the whole thing with Nile Rose getting involved was stupid. We go backstage and we see Andrade El Idolo, who says that Pac is very ungrateful person. Chavo Guerrero says that Andrade has shown Pac nothing but respect. Andrade tells Pac to be careful what he wishes for. And Chavo suggests that Andrade teaches Pac a lesson of who's the boss at All Out. So there you go. It's going to be the bastard Pac, I should say, versus Andrade El Idolo at All Out. And that match, I cannot wait to see, folks. I cannot wait to see this match. A video package highlights of the feud between Proud and Powerful versus FTR. Santana taunts Cash Wheeler for his injury, pertains to that they are coming for blood over and over. And there you go. Good promo there from from Proud and Powerful there. So there you go. So and it's still continuing the feud, so which is great. The Native Beast, Nyla Rose being accompanied by Vicky Guerrero versus the Galaxy Greatest Alien, Chris Stanlander being accompanied by Orange Cassidy. Match itself was decent. I thought the match was pretty decent. Vicky Guerrero at one point screaming at Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy was like this, my freaking ears. he didn't say that though, but it was a decent match between the two. In the end, it was Chris Stanlander getting the win with the 450 splash, but they call it I can't remember how they call it. Basically, it's referencing pertains to aliens type of thing. Air. Nah, I can't remember now. But basically, it's something involved with her being an alien. Area 50, Area 4. I don't now see. I can't remember. So my apologies, folks. But basically, she hit the 450 splash. That's basically what it was. Backstage, we see the Young Bucks. They taunt the Hammer and Page. They say that they show why they are truly elite. Blah blah blah. Matt Jackson says that no one in AEW is in their league. Blah blah blah. Dick Jackson says that they're gonna show the it will be easy as a layup and goes for the layup on the basketball goal. All of a sudden, Luchasaurus comes in to block the shot. Jungle Boy grabs the ball and dunks it, and that was it. I need another drink after that, because that was terrible. Terrible segment. But whatever. A video package hopping up on Red Velvet versus Britt Baker versus the match at Rampage for the AEW Women's World Championship title. Also, Tony Schiavone welcomes Dr. Britt Baker DMD for a huge ovation, because this is Brittsburg, Pennsylvania, and you got the towels waving for Britt Baker, and Britt Baker says she can't relate to Red Velvet's struggle in AEW because she was always been the baddest bee on the block. Says that she can relate to Red Velvet's fearlessness, and because she wasn't afraid when AEW needed a new face of the company, when Pittsburgh needed a champion. Britt Baker says that this has been a tough year for Brittsburg, and then rises her title. And she says, "I present to you hope," and that was good. All of a sudden, Britt Baker says, and also Britt Baker starts talking again, saying, Red Velvet may have a glimmer of hope. I should say a glimmer of hope against her if she was wrestling her anywhere else other than Brittsburg. She says that Red Velvet wanted to swim with the sharks, and now she's going to drag her into the deep end. And all of a sudden, we get Red Velvet comes out and attacks Britt Baker. They start fighting. We get referees and security pulling them apart. So when there's all this going on with Britt Baker, being cheered on like a babyface who's supposed to be a heel, Red Velvet who's getting booed as a babyface by by coming to enemy territory. She basically said no chance against the whole popularity. And the home field advantage. Red Velvet's got booed mercifully from there. And the pool part happened though, so they couldn't do anything to fight. So they had to save that fight for Rampage, which we'll get to that when we get to that portion of that review. The Impact World Tag Team Championship match. The Dark Order of Stu Grayson and Evil Uno being accompanied by Colt Cabana versus the Good Brothers of the Big LG, Doc Gallows, and the Machine Gun Carl Anderson being accompanied by Brandon Cutler. And Scott Demoy, who was from Impact Wrestling, who was on commentary for this one, because this involves the Impact World Tag Team titles, so he was on commentary. And basically being on commentary with Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. So the match happens. It was decent. I love the Dark Order tag team of Stu Grayson and Evil Uno. And the Good Brothers, they were all right for what it was. But in the end, we all know who won here. So the Good Brothers won. No surprise there. We get a video highlight of the NWA Women's World Champion Camille, and I thought it was decent. Nothing to say about that. Especially build up between Camille versus Layla Hirsch for NWA Empower. So there you go. Tony Schiavone, he brings up the QT Marshall apology stick that we're supposed to care about. So I can't believe this happened. So I can't believe I'm talking about this too. Again, I need another drink after this too. So QT Marshall says that he wasn't there alone. He was there with Aaron Solo and Nick Camarado. Still no Anthony Ogogo. I don't get that, but QT Marshall says that he wasn't going to apologize. He says that Tony Schiavone should be apologizing to him, not because of what he did to him, but because of what he's going to do to his son. So we had Nick Camarado gaining Tony Schiavone's son. Apparently his name is Chris Schiavone, and gets him into the ring. He punches him in the gut. QT Marshall forces Tony Schiavone as he's looking on. Say you're sorry, and then Tony Schiavone says, "Okay, I'm sorry," whatever, blah blah blah. And then QT Marshall, he did not accept the apology, and he gives, I should mention this too, by the way. Pertains to Chris Schiavone, the son of Tony Schiavone. Apparently, he's trained to become a wrestler. Based on how he look, yeah, he ain't looking like he's a wrestler at all. With that long beard. Not saying that, no one with long beard shouldn't be a wrestler, but look how he look. So he takes a diamond color by QT Marshall. And then also we get, or in this case, because it didn't say well, it said yeah, it's Paul White, no more BS, whatever. Anyways, yeah. So Paul White came out. He confronts QT Marshall. And then also we see Tony Schiavone's son, Chris Schiavone, getting back up. I said, so wait a minute, you want to be a wrestler and everything, and you took a diamond cutter, and you decided to just get right back up. So Paul White, he's getting to QT Marshall, but QT Marshall shoves Solo into Paul White. Paul White gives him a choke slam, and that was it. Basically QT Marshall fed Aaron Solo to the wolves, and Nick Camarado joined along with QT Marshall to get out there too. And after that, Tony Schiavone and Chris Schiavone, staying with Paul White, and I'm like, well, Chris Schiavone is sure as hell not gonna be a wrestler now because, for one thing, he doesn't look good as pertains to how he looks if he wants to be a wrestler, and on top of that, he knows sold on that diamond color. He got right back up. You want to be a wrestler, and this is how you want to sell the beating that you got. Terrible, garbage. And you know what this means? Paul White versus QT Marshall. We'll get to that how that ends up being on the next Dynamite review. They show video footage of George Janela turning heel on Sunny Kiss on AEW Dark. Like anyone cares about that. Main event time. The fourth leg room of Chris Jericho. So Chris Jericho goes up against Warlord with MJF at ringside. Match itself was good until the booking got away. So, well, on Warlord's part, he was good. Jericho, oh my God, Jericho, there were about maybe four power bombs to Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho kept pulling up his pants up. I think he got the power bomb and everything. And that's him. So, oh my God, this is terrible. Jericho's not making Warlord look good here, and Jericho's not making him look good either here on this as well. One point Jericho had MJF. So not MJF. Warlord in the walls of Jericho. Jericho had Warlord in the walls of Jericho. Also, referee Aubrey Edwards didn't see this. MJF rakes the eye of Chris Jericho. So basically, Warlord could have lost here if, MJF wouldn't have got involved. Maybe Warlord could have tapped out. Maybe Warlord could have passed out. If that was the case. If it wasn't for MJF raking the eyes. Ridiculous. So MJF tried to get the ring to Warlord. Referee sees this. Aubrey Edwards kicks him out. Being distracted and all that. Warlord gets Chris Jericho. Meanwhile, Chris Jericho had the baseball bat the entire time. Floyd, the baseball bat, hits Warlord with it. And now here's the thing. The one thing, the MJF involvement is what would really irritate me, because Warlord, Mr. Mayhem himself, Warlord, he's a beast, and he needs MJF to win matches. He needs MJF for distractions. He needs MJF, to get the better of Chris Jericho. Are you fucking kidding me? How's that making Warlord look strong? You may look weak because of that. So that was so stupid. And and at least if you was gonna have MJF on the apron and try to get involved in the match, by trying to get in the ring, that would have been something where since to Aubrey Edwards kick him out, and then also you could use Jericho use the baseball bat onto Warlord, and then goes for the juice effect, which he did and got the win. That would have been better. Instead, what they did here is that MJF be involved of the match where he raked the eye of Chris Jericho. He could have lost if it wasn't for Chris Jericho, being raked in the eye by MJF, and MJF getting trying to get the ring to Warlord, even though Warlord doesn't even need a ring. Why does he need a ring to hit Chris Jericho with it? Look at him. You tell me, someone like Warlord needs a ring to hit Chris Jericho with to win the match? So stupid. So, obviously, Chris Jericho won. After the match, Shawn Spears attacks, Chris Jericho. This is Sammy Guevara coming out there, but the numbers game, So I think to myself, okay, where's Jake Hager? And sure enough, I was right. Jake Hager came out to just with the Pinnacle. Also, MJF says to Chris Jericho, and get this, folks, this is a kicker here. MJF says to Chris Jericho, he may have earned his rematch, but the stipulation will be Jericho Juice Effect will be banned, and Chris Jericho cannot come out to the ring with his Judas music. Huh? Wait. What's that got to do with the match? What's the theme song has anything to do with with this whole match that he's game with MJF? Yeah, I understand you want to get rid of the Juice Effect because that's what Joker's been winning matches of the Fifth Labrams. But what, the Juice Effect theme music? What? So stupid. So stupid. But that made no sense at all. That Chris Jericho's theme music has nothing to do with the match with MJF at all. And why he did it? Because he just wanted the fans to sing along the song. Oh, but did that backfire? Which we'll get to when we get to the Dynamite review. That was in Houston, Texas. But it was either way. It was stupid, folks. It was stupid. Oh yeah, you can't use Juice Effect, which is fine, but also you can't use your Juice Effect music. Whatever. But that'll do it for AEW Dynamite from August 11th, 2021. I think it's 5 matches. No, actually 6 matches. Let me just double check. Four, 5, 6 matches. All right. That's the total wrestling for AEW Dynamite, and my overall strength for the show. I think I give the show an 8 out of 10. I don't recall. Okay, 6.5 out of 10, I should say. Yeah, that's a show that I gave it to. Yeah, so there you go. Wasn't a bad show though, but yeah, I thought it was a 6.5 out of 10 show. But that being said, thank you for watching. For It's the Natural Born Thriller saying peace on the streets. Take care.